For close to 20 years, Young Life leaders have been showing up, entering in, and becoming part of the stories of countless teenagers. The story of Young Life is a story of men and women so overwhelmed by the love of Jesus that they are compelled to go into Silverton schools, build relationships, and love teenage guys and girls with absolutely no strings attached.
When I first met my leader, we always grew up together. We were family, and I saw him at like family events and stuff. First impression was but we were already cousins and we grew up with each other and we always saw each other. But whenever we were at a family event, he was with all the older kids, and that I always wanted to go hang out with them and talk with them and such. Yeah, he taught me a lot about God, and through his stories of life and what he's done and mistakes, and then he always knew how to explain it within something that I'd understand. Besides, if I didn't understand it when someone else was talking about it, he always could just tell me what it actually meant. And God used my leader to meet him in ways as me wanting to come to every club or campaigners and just be there with him and hang out and then just get closer to God. And it was just easier that way instead of having to go to church and stuff. But it was just way easier and more fun.
Well, I was in 7th grade, and I was at a friend's house, and 2 of the leaders showed up and told me I should come to the scavenger hunt, and I did so. And then later on, I got to talking to him, and that's pretty much how we met. My first impressions were that he was someone who kind of really cared about kids, and I don't know, it seemed kind of weird because not a lot of people are like that when you first meet them, but you could just tell that he was someone that was had good intentions and just really cared about who I was. When I started going to Young Life, my leader kind of presented the Bible and things like that in a way to where I could understand it better, and my relationship with Christ really grew, especially after we went to camp that first year. And I don't know, without my leader, I don't know where my relationship would be right now, because that's what got me interested in wanting to go to church and wanting to do youth ministry and all those things.
So I first met my Young Life leader when I was going to the very first Young Life Club of my freshman year, and I remember just walking in, and he was the biggest, goofiest one there, and eventually I started seeing him all around the schools, and he always looked really out of place, and I just remember seeing him all throughout stuff like that, like my football games and weird stuff like that, and I thought it was weird. My first impression was that he was just a tall, goofy guy that really took time out of his schedule to really spend time with me and get to know me really well, and it was something different than I had experienced before. I remember thinking that adults usually don't invest in kids like this, and I thought it was a really strange thing, but I also thought it was really cool because I was being invested in by an older guy. But I thought that was awesome. I remember him always talking about how God loved us so much, and I always just thought if God loves me in anywhere as much as my Young Life leader loved me, that he would be revealed to me. And I just remember thinking that if it's anything close to that, then I really wanted to try to get to know God a little bit more. God used my Young Life leader just to show me love in a way that was going to be able to reach me, and it was helpful for me to be able to see it in a practical way, and he taught me just how to love people, and I thought that was cool because I think that's what God is all about, is just loving people.
The ministry of Young Life is just one chapter in a much bigger drama that is unfolding all around us. 2,000 years ago, God Himself showed up in our human story in the person of Jesus Christ, and He made a way for us to be set right with God. Young Life leaders are just retellers of that age-old story, and as that story is told and retold in the safety of a loving friendship, walls come crashing down, truth is found, freedom is experienced, and lives are transformed.
My name's Ethan Croft, and my Young Life leader is Max Wilson.
My name is Max, and my Young Life leader is Hank Olvin.
My name is Hank Olvin, and I'm so thankful for my Young Life leader, Dan Schecker.